passing of Akira Toriyama was heartbreaking to many across the world. He brought so much joy and imagination to various media that anyone likely had some interaction with the franchise or project that he worked on. However, one series may have slipped under the radar: Sandland. While perhaps known in manga communities, Sandland had a short run over 20 years ago, but it was only recently that Bandai Namco made it a mission to reintroduce anime fans and gamers to the charismatic and demonic Beelzebub. During a preview event, I was able to explore dungeons and vast deserts. I even got a look at the forest land through several campaign quests and late game missions, so let's get into it.
Very funny, Prince. That's just a drainage channel.
But it'll be a really fun ride, right?
Absolutely not!
Sadly, the video game adaptation of Sandland is launching after the passing of creator Toriyama-san. Regardless, it's important to note that this doesn't seem to be a phoned-in game adaptation of an anime. The main campaign is fully voiced and takes time to highlight the party's struggles and objectives, and the questlines offer some much-needed customization rewards that will easily satisfy those who find themselves attempting to create the most powerful arsenal of tanks there is. I wanted to point this out early on because I know there's been hesitation about the staying power of anime-based games. To differentiate itself, I feel Sandland's narrative isn't something that anime fans have experienced time and time again. Room has been left to explore new story chapters and character interactions that expand on what we've seen so far. It's a stark difference when compared to other anime games, and I felt this within the first 5 minutes of playing. Sandland tells the story of Beelzebub, the son of Lucifer, who can sometimes find himself getting into trouble for small crimes such as stealing water. One day he meets Sheriff Rao and decides to join him for no particular reason on a quest to save the region from bad guys. It's such a casual setup to an adventure, but since this is a game all about discovery, it works pretty well. As you meet new characters and reach new areas with the help of your various vehicles, I was quickly enchanted with the size and scope of this world, which comes to a head during a significant desert battle. So, where do I begin? Exploration takes a few different forms. There are several towns that you'll find your way to that allow you to talk to NPCs to get the lay of the land, accept quests, and buy stuff. Surprisingly, these towns were intricate and detailed enough to encourage me to look at everything in order to find hidden treasure chests or materials. Further exploration occurs out in the desert or the forest. The desert is pretty intimidating, featuring large stretches of desert landscapes. Here you can battle other tanks or creatures, or search for materials. The size and verticality of these environments, especially in the forest land, were amazing. I didn't mind getting lost since it usually meant I found an item, but there's a very useful fast travel system to get around much quicker. The size of the game also finds its way into the dungeon design, which, although they do seem to feature maze-like corridors and puzzles, were fairly intricate. Still, the dungeons that I was able to play through were likely the weakest part of my experience. I only say this because they often require you to choose a specific vehicle, but then for some reason try to block you out from entering hallways using pillars that you can simply shimmy past, which makes them more annoying than anything else. Combat requires some thought, as you switch between tanks that feature various loadouts. So many of these tanks can be customized, and there are a lot of tanks to collect. These are discovered over time, but they also have a special use case, such as hovering over water, melee attacks, or simply going very, very fast. Further, they have special skills on cooldowns, which add some strategy to the fights. Depending on the level of difficulty you're playing on, there are challenging fights awaiting, which means customization becomes the saving grace to get through these battles. Beelzebub can also jump out of the tank and fight, but he isn't particularly powerful. Further, stealth sections creep up, hurting the pacing of the missions in its current form. I didn't dwell on this too much because I believe the aspect of the game will likely be updated in the full release. Regardless, this is a game all about options, and that's what I found in every system. Honestly, it was pretty difficult to write this preview. Toriyama-san was such a huge part of my life that it's sad to know that this is one of his last projects. Sandland stands as a poignant testament to his creative genius, inviting fans and newcomers alike to explore a world that encapsulates his legacy of imagination and storytelling. Through its detailed environments, strategic combat, and interactions that capture the narrative and design of the series, Sandland serves as a fitting tribute to a creator who shaped our dreams and fantasies. As we journey with Beelzebub and his companions, we're offered a moment to reflect on and celebrate the imaginative works Toriyama-san created, which continues to inspire and entertain, echoing his legacy in every quest, battle, and exploration. If you're looking for an adventure, you found it. Sandland is coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC on April 26, 2024. Now, enjoy some gameplay.
Roger that. Enemy lines to support the other squads.
Pixel.